Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Peachy and this channel is all about my Sylvanian Families collection. Today's video is going to be something a little different to usual. A while ago now I made a video about my top 10 Sylvanian wishlist sets, and that was about a year and a half or so ago now, so I thought it was high time that I make an updated video of my wish list. And I thought this time, rather than just picking out the top 10 items, let's just go through the whole thing and I'll show you everything that's currently on my wish list. I've been wanting to do some more kind of chatty style videos for a while, so this is the first of those. And then if you guys like this kind of format of video, let me know in the comments some other ideas I've had, and maybe like my favourite families or favourite buildings, favourite sets, that kind of thing. But yeah, let me know in the comments if this kind of format is something that you would want to see more of. But now let's get on with today's topic, which is my wish list. So let's start off with whizzing through sets that are currently available, because those kind of feel like they might be a little bit less interesting because they're not particularly like rare or vintage or anything. So the first ones I've grouped together here, these are all ones that are kind of available more widely. So you can get them from Amazon Japan, as well as the Sylvanian shops in Japan. And some of them have also come out in the UK as well now. So first up at the top left hand side, we've got the new snow leopard family. So they came out a month or so ago now, and I think they are just adorable. I love their big fluffy tails, and they've kind of got a chunkier mold. So I'll be looking to add those to my next Amazon Japan order, whenever that may be. Then moving along from them to the right, we've got the high branch giraffe family. These came out in the UK range a while ago now, and I just haven't picked them up yet. But they are one that's been on my wish list for a while. And ones like this and the next following ones I kind of use to top up orders when there's like a special promotion or something. So spend so much and get a free gift, I'll use ones like this to top up my orders. So yeah, next time there's a good free promotion or money off discount or something like that, I'll probably end up getting those. Then next to them is the baby's toy box set. This one's just very cute. It gives flair vibes with the items that are in it. I like the colour palette, and it also comes with two very cute figures. So again, that's one that's been on my wish list for a while, and the next time there's a good promotion or something, I'll probably pick that up. And then down the bottom are 3 furniture sets. So there's the new toilet set and the bath and shower set that matches that, and also the comfy living room set. And these are more modern furniture, and my plan with these is I'm trying to furnish one of my houses with all of the more modern furniture all together, so I can like showcase that. So that's why they're on the list. So moving on to the next batch of items, these are all Sylvanian Families official website exclusives, and these ones in particular are currently only available in Japan, but I'm hoping they will see a worldwide release eventually. But these are the ones that you can only get on the official Sylvanian Families website and the official shops in Japan. So starting at the top left again, this is the mushroom and flower embroidery pair. This one's been out for a while now, and I would have thought we would have seen a worldwide release. It must be coming imminently, but I am so close to caving in and just getting this from Japan. I really love the outfits. They're so woodland kind of vibe, and I really want the fennec fox brother, who's only included in this set. So we'll see how long my resolve lasts to keep waiting for a worldwide release for that. Then next to them we've got the, I think they're called the Mimosa embroidery pair, and that is Marguerite Rabbit brother and Flora Rabbit sister. And again, they're in these really beautiful embroidered outfits. I really like these embroidery pair sets. I think the outfits are just that little bit extra special, and the boxes are really pretty as well. This one came out earlier this year, so we probably won't be seeing that get a worldwide release for a little while. But who knows, because the release schedule just seems to be all over the place. Then next to them is another embroidery pair. This is the, I think it's the homely embroidery pair with the chocolate rabbit sister Freya and little sister Creme. Again, I just love the dresses here. They really give this kind of like cottagecore vibe. Love the embroidery on them, love the colours. Not so keen that it's chocolate rabbits, but I really want the outfits. Then next to them is the standing baby from the Flora Rabbit family. So this is, I think her name is Ciel. Well, previous to this release, she was only available as part of a kind of bigger nursery set. I really would like the standing baby, so it's great that they brought her out in an individual kind of packet where you can just get her without having to get any accessories or buildings or anything. But last time I checked, she's sold out because I think a lot of people were having the same idea of wanting her without having to buy the whole kind of nursery set. So fingers crossed that she'll come back into stock at some point soon. Then on the bottom row we've got 3 of the kind of town series style sets. So the one on the left here is the Curly Cat Brothers dinner party set. So I think all of the items in this set are just recolors from other town series sets. However, I really like the colour palette. I really like the green on the cooker piece, and the Curly Cat Brother is obviously adorable. I like the older brother and older sister molds. This isn't one that I would probably import from Japan. I'm waiting to see if it comes out on the UK stores. Hopefully it would be a little bit cheaper to get it that way. Then in the middle we've got a new release from this year, and that is the Snow Rabbit family kind of reissue with the mother, the father and the 3 triplets. The outfits on these are beautiful. I love the clothes on the babies as well. One of my original families was the Snow Warren family, who are also white rabbits, so I do like this new white rabbit family, the Snows. In my village they're kind of like cousins to the Snow Warrens, so I definitely want to get this one at some point in the future. And then on the right hand side is the sister, or the Marguerite Rabbit Sisters boutique set. Again, these are recolored pieces from other town series sets, but I like how they look together. I really like the Marguerite Rabbit sister. I like her outfit. I like the cosmetics accessories. I think they're always good for like bedrooms and stuff. I like the cream coloured furniture. I think that all looks nice together. Would look really good in the town series houses as well, to kind of bulk out the furniture in those a bit more. But again, I think that's one that I would wait to get a UK release if I was going to get it, in the hopes that it would be a little bit cheaper than importing it. Then final little group of images of currently available sets. So starting at the top left again, this is the Very Berry Baby set. This did get a UK release, but it sold out like almost immediately and I didn't manage to get my hands on them. So I would really like to get those either from Japan, or fingers crossed they get restocked on the UK website. Then next to them we've got another new release from this year, and it's this Liberty print bedroom set with the Periwinkle Milk Rabbit sister. I really like her outfit. I love the Liberty print furniture sets anyway. The fabric patterns used in them are always so like nice and detailed and just really, really pretty. I like the colours, and it's always nice to have new furniture sets that don't look incredibly like pastel and plasticky. So this one is another one where I probably wouldn't import it from Japan, but I'm keeping everything crossed that it will eventually get a UK release. And then down the bottom here we have 2 images from the Kira Kira Kuji, so the Sylvanian Families lottery that they usually do in August of each year. The theme for this year was Delicious Parade or something along those lines. And these are the prizes that I kind of am most interested in getting from that Kuji. So on the left, the B prize, again it's chocolate rabbits, but they keep putting them in these adorable dresses, and how are you supposed to resist? These are just so perfect for summer with the ice cream prints and the gingham, the kind of mint colour and the little matching bows. And I always love it when they give really detailed outfits to the baby figures. So that one is probably the one that I want the most. And then the G prize on the left. So these are blind bags. The ones I'm most interested in is the little hot dog husky, because it's just too cute, and also the melon soda float mole. But all of these are very, very cute. I also like the French bulldog French fries. I think that's quite funny how they've done that one. The outfits on these are adorable. And yeah, that is all the kind of currently available sets. So let's move on now to things that are vintage and discontinued. So I've broken these ones into categories just to make it a little bit easier. So let's start with buildings. So the first one here is an old Tomy era building. It's the Lockkeeper's Cottage, and this was kind of marketed as either a home for the otters or a home for Captain Sea Dog. For me, it would be a home for Captain Sea Dog and his family. It's quite a unique piece in the range. It's very interesting. I like that it comes with this little parrot called Polly. It's quite a simple building, but you could definitely get some furniture in there to make it like a really cozy kind of cabin, and it would look really nice, I think, along with the old Tomy era canal boat as well. And then on the right here is one of the Japanese exclusive urban life houses. So this is another much older building, and this one is kind of a pinky peach colour with obviously the darker pink windows. It's slightly smaller than the other kind of mansion style houses, so the country mansion and the deluxe country mansion. It's smaller than those, but there's still a good amount of room in there to be able to decorate. And I have Cynthia from the Sylvanian Dream channel to thank for adding this one to my wish list. She did a video using this building recently with the Snow Rabbit family. I'll link it here because it's a really interesting video, and I love all the furniture that she used in it as well. I'd kind of been thinking that I might want this building, but that video just sealed the deal for me, so now it's firmly on the wish list. And last but not least in the buildings category is another very old building in the range. So this was a Japanese exclusive. I don't think it ever saw a release outside of Japan, but it's this adorable water mill, and it would look so good next to kind of the vintage bakery and things like that. I know we have a watermill bakery in the range, but I like that this one is kind of a mill all of its own with its own kind of water wheel, and you can see all the pumps inside. The image is very cute as well with the Thistlethorn mouse all covered in flour where he's been working in the mill. Again, I think this is kind of a really unique kind of building. The actual building shell without the wheel and without the innards looks quite a lot like the stable building that we did get here in the UK, which came with some horses. But this is another one that I'd really like to add to my collection at some point in the future. I think it's got that really kind of classic Sylvanian vibe. So now moving on to figures. So first up, I have a few families that I've picked out from the Urban Life range. So these are the Ivory Dogs. They did see a release in the UK as the Patches family, however not in these outfits, and I absolutely adore these Urban Life outfits. They look so smart and dapper, and I just love them. Similarly, the Ivory Cats. So these were the Catwood family here in the UK, but again, they weren't released in these outfits, and I'd really love to get these outfits. I guess for these figures and families, these Urban Life ones, I would even be happy with just the clothes and not necessarily the figures, because I do already have the figures, so it's mostly the clothes I'd be looking for. But if I could get the whole package, then that's probably easier than finding the clothes separately. I especially love the Catwood or Ivory Cat father. He looks very smart. And then finally on the Urban Life families, the Solitaire Cat family or the Siamese Cat family. Again, I love their outfits. I especially love the mother's yellow dress and the kind of yellow theme they've got going on throughout. These are probably the ones that I would like the most. And then here is another very rare vintage family. Fun fact, this is the only item for that top 10 wish list video that I mentioned at the start of the video that I haven't managed to get my hands on, and I really doubt that I will ever manage to get my hands on this because they just are so expensive. But I really like these white ermines. They're very cute. They use the same mould as the Van Dyke otters, and I love that mould. It's just got something just quintessentially Sylvanian about it, and their outfits are adorable. And then next to them we have the, I think it's pronounced Momoiro or something to that effect. Essentially they're white rabbits with these kind of pink topped ears. These are again another very difficult to find family. So they were never sold as such, they were instead a gift when you collected a certain number of tokens and you got each one kind of separately. So their resale value is again very high, Japanese exclusive. Probably will never get them, but they remain on the wish list because they are adorable and I love their outfits. Then something more obtainable. So these are the chestnut raccoon family. I have a baby chestnut raccoon girl from my childhood who has never had a family, so she is on the list of orphans who I would like to reunite with their family, hence them being on the wish list. Then some slightly harder to obtain babies. So this is the Renard Fox baby, standing baby. Really, I'd take any kind of Renard Fox baby. There's a sitting baby, crawling baby, and then I think there's standing boy and standing girl. I would take any of them, but the standing girl is the kind of one that would be the most preferable, but these are again quite expensive. And then in a similar vein, the corgi babies. Again, I would take either or both, but they tend to go for a lot of money as well. The problem with these is because of the way that their fur patterns are on the flocking, when they come up secondhand, they tend to have quite a bit of kind of fading on the markings. These ones I will always kick myself for, because I specifically remember being in a shop, having them in my hands at the time that they were active in the range, looking at them, and then I can't even remember what I put them back and got instead, but I'm sure it probably doesn't resell for as much as they do now, so that was a very poor decision on my past self's part. But I really would like one of the corgi babies to go with my corgi family. Then a few more grandparents that I'd like to add to my collection. I really wish they would bring grandparents back into the range for some of the more current families. Latte cat grandparents would be adorable, but really any grandparents, I love them. I think they add so much to expanding out the families and just having those kind of multi-generations. But back to the wish list. So these are the Keats cat grandparents. I have tried to bid on these multiple times on eBay and always been outbid, but I will endeavour to get them eventually. Then in a similar vein, the Dale sheep grandparents. These are particularly cute as the grandfather is called Wensley, as in Wensleydale the cheese, which is an adorable and very punny name. Same kind of story, always get outbid on eBay, so keep trying each time that they come up, and one day I will succeed. Then we have the Fisher cat grandparents. So I don't think these got a release in this manner here in the UK. So this is obviously the American release under the Calico Critters name. In the UK, I think the grandmother came with the marquee set and the grandfather was some sort of free gift or club gift, something like that, from the Sylvanian storekeeper shop when they were running the club magazine. So these are probably going to be a little bit harder to find. The grandmother not so much, but finding the grandfather's a little bit more tricky. And possibly the most difficult grandparents to find are these moss reindeer grandparents. So these ones I couldn't even find a picture of them in box, and that was because they were never released in kind of a two-figure set. They were bundled in a particular gift set of the, I think it was the Willow Hall house. So they are the most difficult to find, and I have seen them come up a couple of times, but usually they are quite expensive, and the ones I saw were not in a condition that warranted the price that was being asked for them. So they're another one I'm constantly keeping an eye out for, but it seems quite unlikely I'll ever manage to get. Then the last couple of items, so these are figures that came with lots of accessories or in kind of accessory sets. So the first one here is Professor Merriweather, and he was a token collection item, I think, in the Tomy era, and he came with all these really cool school bits and pieces. I love his little outfit and his glasses. He's very cute and would look right at home in my school, preferably with all the pieces as well, but I think that's probably going to be quite difficult given the age of the item. Then a carry case, so this is the little baby duckling in the eggshell pram. I think this is cute, very whimsical. I like the way that the pram is kind of hinged, very adorable. Would like to get my hands on that one. And then finally it's this older sister for the Keats cat family. This one was a Japanese exclusive. I like her outfit a lot, and also she comes with a number of cake and pastry accessories. Very cute, quite difficult to find though. There is also another version of her that came with kind of a dress-up set. That one seems to be a bit easier to find. So really what I would like is the older Keats Cat Sister. So one way or another, either this set or the dress up set would be lovely. And that's all the figures. So now moving on to furniture. So the first few items here are from the Urban Life range, and most of them were Japanese exclusives. Some of them we did get in the UK range, but in the dark green coloration rather than this nice classic brown. So the first one here is the telephone and telephone table. So this one we did get in the UK range, but only in the dark green as far as I can see. Then also this dresser with the kind of similar legs. This has a very kind of French Rococo kind of style. Again, we did get this one in the UK range, but it was only in the dark green colour, and I'd really like it in this brown. This Urban Life bed, again, got it in the UK range, only in the dark green. I really like the pink kind of floral bed covering on this, and the carving on the headboard is very nice. Then slightly later, so not in the Urban Life range, but still in this lovely classic brown, is this kind of bookcase with side shelves. I just think this is a really interesting piece. I like that it's got kind of a cupboard that you can put the books in, but then it's also got these shelves for all the items. It's quite an interesting piece. And then a couple of furniture sets. So this is the conservatory furniture set, or words to that effect. But what I'm really interested in this one is the fish tank. So it lights up and moves, so it looks like the fish are swimming around. I think that's a really interesting piece. I'd be happy with just the aquarium piece, to be honest, because we did get the rest of the furniture in a conservatory set, but we've never got this fish tank, which is a crime because it's amazing. And finally, this Tomy era baking day set. I really like the oven and the big table that comes with this one. It would look really good in a very kind of vintage kitchen, or kind of in a house next to the bakery. I like the accessories it comes with too, particularly the little cupcakes on the plate. That's all for furniture. Now moving on to sets, and what I mean by sets is kind of like maybe a shop stand, or something that's a bit more than just furniture that you would put in a house. So first up is the Urban Life version of the florist cart. I really love the colours on this, the pink and white on the awning and the white in the body, and also the flowers are different to the ones that were in the Tomy UK release. So these are more fabric flowers, and I just think they look a little bit more realistic. It's also got this very cute little bell on the front. Then there is the Sylvanian Market series. I think this is called the Bookshop, but you can see it comes with one stand that is full of all books, and then another stand that's kind of stationery and art supplies, postcards, and kind of bits and bobs like that. I think this is a very nicely detailed set with lots of cool accessories. I also like the colour on the shelves, and I really like the Sylvanian Market series of shops and kind of little stands and things, because the shelving units always have a particular way to lay everything out where it all fits perfectly and looks really nicely presented. You can see everything, and they just look really cool, kind of bulking out other buildings. Then there's this Tomy era school. So I'm not so interested in the kind of blackboard on this one, but I really like these log benches with the kind of tree stump stools and then the bigger log tables. I think they would look really cool in like a park scene or just general outside spaces. They feel very, very classic Sylvanian. And then finally down the bottom here, this is the Flair era pony and trap set. I'm not so interested in the pony and trap part because that's very similar to the farm cart that I already have, but I really like this kind of blue and white little pop-up marquee that the picnic table goes under. I think that looks adorable and would be great for outside scenes. It's just a really cool piece, and it also folds down flat because you can take the legs off, so easy for storage, which is always nice. But yeah, that is the part that I'd be most interested in from that set. And that brings me to the last category, which is accessories. So these are sets which are predominantly smaller accessories rather than coming with furniture or building pieces or anything like that. So first up are a series of kind of tool, DIY, kind of household bits and bobs that were exclusive to the Japanese range. So first up here you can see we've got some kind of outside tools for mining. So there's like a pickaxe and a shovel. Then there was this set that came with kind of farm tools, so pitchfork, rake, scythe and a hoe. Then this set, which I love, which is an axe and kind of log for chopping firewood and some firewood pieces as well. Then there's this one, which is kind of a series of different saws. The one under it, which is tools for kind of household tasks. So we've got some paint pots and a trowel. This one, which is very cute, which is a log which you could use in conjunction with those saws, and two little kind of stools so you can put it on to work. Some more tools over here, so pliers, hammer and bits and pieces like that. And finally in the middle, these two kind of wheelbarrow and cart pieces. So all of these together came in the same sort of packaging, which leads me to believe they were kind of sold as a range of items. I really would like to get this whole series of items. I think they're all quite unique and they would be really, really good for action poses in various scenes. I'm thinking on the farm particularly, they would look great. And then onto the final few items. So first up here is this kind of baby toy set. So the main selling point of this one for me is the train set. I absolutely love this piece and I've been after it for a really, really long time. So this particular set that's pictured here was Japanese exclusive. We did get some of these accessories in other sets here in the UK. For the train set particularly, it came in a family life set with the beagle father and a baby. But the resale on that is now ridiculously high for what it is. And when I came to look through my Sylvanian encyclopedia, I saw that in the Japanese range it came in this set, which came with lots of other toys as well. And I thought that the toys here were really interesting, like the little cooker's very cute. I like the drum and the xylophone and the mini saxophone. So I decided that this is probably the one that I would opt for over that Beagle family life set. Then here we have a sports set. Again, this was a Japanese exclusive sports set. It's kind of indoor sports as opposed to outdoor kind of sports day sports. Got lots of interesting little bits. I like the balls, the basketball hoop is very cute, and the little kind of gymnastic bits. Again, we got some of these bits and pieces in other sets outside of Japan, like I recall the unicycle coming in a set and that little baseball bat and ball, but it would be nice to get this set particularly so I could get all those pieces together. And then last but not least are these school theme sets. So as far as I can tell, these here are all shown as one picture, but they actually came in 6 different broken down sets. And the ones I'm most interested in is on the very left hand side, the kind of croquet mallets with the scooter and the stilts and the kind of outdoor toys. And then the one directly below that, the lunch boxes. I think those are very, very cute, and they could either be used for school, but they also look like kind of a traditional workman's lunchbox, so it could be used for that as well. But all of the accessories here are really cool. The paint set is also very cool on the right hand side. So yeah, just some nice kind of Tomy era children's accessories which have a good amount of detail on them. And that is it for my wish list, or at least that's it for my wish list as it currently stands. Things are constantly popping onto it as either we get news from Japan of new releases that are coming out, and also sometimes when I'm watching people's videos they'll have something that I either haven't seen before at all or something that I didn't think I wanted, and then they use it in such a way that makes it really, really appealing, and then I can't help but be influenced to want that as well. But yeah, I hope you found this video interesting. And if you've made it all the way through, thank you so much for watching to the end. I think this is probably going to end up being quite a long one since we've gone kind of through my whole wish list. But that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now.